Hello, crawdads! This is Cranky Karinsky, coming at you with the beginning of my Godforge free-to-play beta testing series. Before we begin, I want to apologize for the low volume of my dialogue. I had to record on my iPad for the first time. It's Godforge Beta, doing the free-to-play thing. No rewards, no advantage, pretending to be a brand new player. And here we go. This is what it looks like if you don't have anything on your account. We're starting from scratch.
The Ether Well, source of the fires of creation, used by the primal powers to shape the cosmos.
This didn't happen on my other accounts.
Balanced.
Sorry, guys. Like the intro movie just got bugged out. Well, here's the opening battle sequence. You get to see our 3 starter heroes in action. And I believe there you have with Bryn Hill thrown in. So it looks like they're kind of doing their homage to Raid Shadow Legends by kind of starting the game like they did.
Is there no end to them?
Here's Bryn Hill. We gotta tap our way or click our way through this dialogue.
Just like the others.
And they do these voiceovers. So here's the tutorial. Just, click through it. If you haven't done these things before, make sure you read this stuff. I'm gonna go through it quickly, not to bore some people, okay? So we have different heroes. They have different abilities. They're showing you the basic right here. We have to click on it when it's highlighted. Next to it's the core ability. Has a cooldown, can't use it all the time. Basic you can. And then you have an order in which your allies and your enemies are going to take turns, okay? And if you look on the left side, they're trying to show you on the bottom bar underneath the green, it's kind of like gold or yellow. That's the turn meter progression. Eventually, when you're in battle, you're going to see a column on the right side of the screen. It shows you the order of who's going. So if you have high speed, they're going to take turns more often. That's what they're telling you. So now they're going to want to use our core. We have to select it. And we have to select an enemy. And here's Ramses. He's going to smack everybody.
One still stands. Allow me.
There's Guan Yu. He uses basic. Then we're gonna run up and go fight the boss. And my game crashed. I'm sorry. It's not fully optimized. Now you can see what I go through as an iPad iOS user. I have an iPad that's about 1 year old. It's got the A16 chipset. And I only can play for so long or do so many things and then it crashes. I saw this in alpha too. So it's nothing new. They just haven't really finished optimizing everything yet. From what we're hearing, things are good on the PC.
The Ether Well, source of the fires
here's our intro
of
movie
creation,
that we missed. Here we go.
Used by the primal powers to shape the cosmos. Serene, balanced.
So somebody destroyed the
Creation shattered,
however you want to say that.
serenity broken, reality unmade, but pulled back from the brink of oblivion.
Reality was destroyed.
Strands
Destiny
of fate.
pulled some shards that shattered back together. Now we have a new reality.
Imperfect.
Things are different.
Marred by endless war.
People are always fighting.
Awaken, Scion, for your great task is at hand. Balance must be restored.
So this is our job. We're called a Scion. We gotta restore balance. Now we're gonna load the game up. Here comes the movie again. Sorry guys. But at least we got to see the intro video. Graphics are looking good. Nothing's glitching. Which is a positive.
Hell's blood, Ramses.
Ra's chosen.
I'm gonna zip through this really quickly so that we don't waste your time here. We already saw it once. We'll do it again. I've been playing multiple accounts, by the way,
One still stands.
so I have some practice now. And I am having a lot of fun. It's playing really well. There's nothing really super bad. It was difficult trying to get everything downloaded and installed, I'll say that. Same thing happened during Alpha Wave 1. So it kind of took a few hours for us to get the game
They
installed.
seem
Some of
eager
us
for
it took longer.
death.
Lady Zoc is going to use her ultimate. Alright, so tutorial, this is the ultimate usage. This is really important. You got to know how to use your ultimate. It's not a little button down in the right hand corner. It's on the left column. And right now we got that circle going. You're going to see blue flames will come up around like the hero's avatar. And then you click on that to get that ultimate selected. And then you click on the enemy and then you use your ultimate skill, which is your most powerful skill. The most powerful ability. So we took down one wave, we took down the second wave, and this is how it goes in the game. You're going to have to usually progress through waves. And now the third wave, when we have a boss wave, which like this one, you get to fight the boss in the third wave. So here's Ra, the Egyptian sun god.
Still you persist. Foolish mortals, you are nothing.
Your reign ends, tyrant. We are all empowered by divine radiance now.
Yeah, we all have superpowers now, buddy.
We'll snuff out your flickering light.
I like the voiceovers pretty much for everybody. Some of them are kind of iffy, but this one, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not a fan. She sounds like some old little lady, like a wicked witch or something.
Flickering light. Feel the power of the sun.
So Ra is a legendary hero. You can use in the game. So the forces of chaos and order have been unleashed. As the Scion, you must bring order back to this fractured world. You were chosen by Destiny herself, but are you ready? Let's see. Let's see if we can take Ra down. If you played Raid Shadow Legends, you probably know what's going to happen at this point. So here's Brynhild. I got two options. I can use her basic, or I can use her core. And if you press and hold, you can see information. So I can do damage and do attack down 2 if I land it with enough accuracy. Or I can do the core, or I can put defense up 2 for 2 turns with all my team. Place intercept where she's trying to protect the team because she's a defender. I'm going to go for damage here. See if I can land that debuff. It did not land. And now she pays for it. So she's down. Things aren't looking so good. And Ra's got his ultimate too. We're in trouble. Only got a basic on Ramses. Did some damage. There's Guan Yu. We're going to use his core because his core is really good for smacking bosses. If he can land the drain too, he's going to end up doing more damage overall when people hit the boss and they get some healing too. So we're going to use that one. And his core is going to be stronger than his basic. So it did land. If you see it on the right side, like this little vampire mouth and his little tooth, the 2 turns. So he's got drain 2. We do have 2 ultimates. We're going to chain those right now. You can use the ultimate anytime you want as long as you have a turn. It doesn't matter whose turn it is. Right now it's Lady Zoc. I can use her basic, I can use her core, or I can use her... She doesn't have an ultimate, but Ramses and Guan Yu do have their ultimate. So I'm going to go ahead and use those. So I'm going to use Guan Yu first. I don't think in this scenario it's going to matter so much which one goes first, one or the other, but I'm going to use it. Try to do everything I can. You can see what they do and how much damage they're doing. So we can see that if I use her core, she smacks everybody, 310% multiplier on her attack, and she's going to try to put a stack of bleed, which is a damage over time, a dot. So I got, and then once I got less of a chance for the bleed, so 375 on this one. And I got 310. So I'm going to go with the basic. He's going to do more damage. So we did land the bleed.
Fool. You cannot stop what is coming.
Now Ra's gonna put the smackdown on us with his ultimate. And we all die, just like in Raid Shadow Legends during their opening battle. Look at him shaking his head. Now, here come his minions. Count of Duats there. Here comes the Sphinx. Here, we get to put our name. I'm gonna go and put my name in. And I'm gonna do the free-to-play thing. So here we go.
Now, create an avatar in the fires of creation.
Now we're going to choose one of our
wisely.
starters. You can choose between the three. You have the arrows on the left side and on the right side of the screen to do that. So Guan Yu's, he's good for boss killing. If you like putting dots or damage over time with bleeds, Lady Zoc. Some people say she's a better wave killer for campaign. Some people say Ramses is stronger for wave clearing for campaign. He uses acid. I like Guan Yu because I like to smack bosses. He can chunk on bosses and destroy like a certain percentage of hit points, you know, doing damage. And he puts that drain, so I like him best. So I'm going with him. And then as you do this, you can actually look at each hero. If you look at these 4 buttons underneath his picture, underneath his name, you can see that his affinities in the game. This is important. If you're not familiar with this, you should read this and learn this. I actually made a video explaining affinities, if you want to go look for it. He's a Slayer, which means he does a lot of damage, but he's kind of squishy, so you gotta keep him alive. He's aligned with Order. You're gonna have Order or Chaos, which comes into play at some points in the game. And he's part of the Tian Realm, which is like the Chinese heroes. Then you can look at his stats over on the left. You can look up his abilities at the top. There's a bonus, leader bonus, 20% attack in all battles. You can use it in the campaign and the dungeon. There's only 2 things we can pretty much do in this beta 1. There's his basic. You can read up on it. You can read up on his core. Then you got his ultimate, and then you got his passive once you unlock that. So you can do a bunch of research and look at different stuff. And this is ascension bonuses, and you can get into later and look into that stuff, and then they give you some lore. So we confirm it, and we're gonna go into the game now.
Look at you, the beating heart of the sun. Ah, you'll be glorious.
So here's a guy telling us stuff, and I just read on the Fateless, well, the Godforge Discord that the Fateless guy doing all the lore, it sounds like he's doing the voice for this guy. And they said it's a temporary thing, but I think he did a good job. Maybe they'll keep it. I think he sounds good.
Name's Wayland. I'm here to help you on your journey. Welcome to Sanctum, your home and refuge. Destiny and I built this place, so I'll help you master its secrets.
So he's gonna give us a few pointers. We just earned a summoning stone. The green ones are the lowest, just so you know.
I see you've got an ether stone, a bit of divine
Aether,
essence,
tomato, tomato, whatever.
powerful stuff. Let me show you how to use it.
So we're gonna use the Godforge and summon someone. So here we go.
This marvel's the Godforge, your power source, that ether stone.
So we're gonna summon, do 1 summon. And we're gonna end up with this monk guy. This one's locked in. You know, everyone's gonna get this guy for a first hero. Goes
I
along with your
love
starters.
this one. Moves like a panther. Learn his strengths and flaws. Avatars are pure ether, given the form and powers of the gods of Riven.
So everything we summon is known as an avatar of a hero or a god. It's not the actual hero or god, because we're in a different realm and all this stuff. So
These are the heroes you'll
like
command
copies.
in your coming battles.
Shaolin Monk. You can check them out later if you choose to do so. We can use the X up here in the upper right corner to get out of this. And there's our summoning. And if you go to, I'm going to check something out real quick here. I want to check my settings to let me in. I can't do it yet. I want to make sure my graphics are maxed. So we gotta go to the tutorial before I go get to
my
that.
corner of Sanctum. Impressive, eh? I like the lighting. Very moody.
So this is where we get weapons.
Here's where I work my magic, crafting items that dazzle and impress. And now, you will too. Your heroes will need weapons. Crafting them requires god steel, rare and precious stuff.
So if you put weapons on your heroes, you get extra stats. More
Luckily,
powerful.
I have a bit. Toss the god steel into my forge and fire it up. Let's see you cook.
So we gotta go through the tutorial here. We're gonna use the god steel. Right now the graphics aren't best, so I'm gonna go change that once I can get to it. So we got, this is locked in too, so the first thing they give you, everyone's getting this. It's an epic weapon if you look at it. Hild glands. This is what
impressive.
Brynhild's
That's
weapon
Brynhild's
is.
spear. A very fine weapon indeed. These weapons can be enhanced with an imprint.
Now we're going into imprints, which are a unique feature of Godforge. So we can earn imprints or kind of either as a reward or get some currency and go kind of exchange for them, or we can actually go into a different part of the game and you can extract an imprint from a hero, which means you're going to lose the hero, but you get an imprint of their passive. And it's usually half the strength of their passive, and you can put it on a weapon, so it's kind of like having a second passive that's maybe just a little bit weaker than the normal hero's passive. So you can go burn heroes and figure out which ones you want to use.
This is the extracted ether from an avatar, the essence of your heroes. I have one here.
So we're going to put a passive.
Place the imprint on the weapon
like an imprint.
to imbue it with a special power.
We call them imprint. We're going to put it on the weapon. So over here we got that circle, the imprint. So we got to select the weapon, and then we're going to put with the imprint. We got Brynhild, so it's her imprint, and we can read the stats. So when her hero or whoever's yielding this weapon. So if you look under the weapon Hild glands, it's going to heal the hero for 10% of the damage that you do to an enemy. But as we put the imprint on top of it, we're also going to get when this hero's HP or hit points falls below 50%, you're going to get a shield of 10% of your hit points. So you get extra basic hit points, like shields and barriers basically give you more hit points, so you'll last longer when you're taking damage.
Excellent.
We got a mission complete
You have the
message that
look
pops
of a
up.
great smith.
It's going away.
You'll surpass me.
So we're gonna get
in
goodies
no
for that.
time.
Now I'm getting popped from my Discord. Sorry about that, guys.
You can create more imprints at the Crucible. Don't worry, the avatars don't feel a thing.
Ha ha ha. It doesn't hurt when we destroy an avatar.
Now, let's put that weapon in the hands
So
of
we're
a
gonna
loyal
equip the
hero.
weapon on a hero. The imprint stays on the weapon. Just tap anywhere on the screen. And let's see. We have to exit out of there, and then we get the little circle. And they want us to put it on our starter, go on you. So you don't really have a choice when you got that circle going. And now we're going to click on that. Just keep clicking the little circle things.
That'll do
Now we put a
some
weapon on
damage.
Guan Yu. He's a little more powerful.
Well
He has
done.
some stuff
now
going
go
on.
explore Sanctum. There's
Or he's
much
going
to
to start
learn.
doing a little
I'll
healing
be
to
here
himself,
help
and
you.
he might protect himself
And
if
remember-
he gets close to dying. And if you click this little star in the center of this area of that weapon, the imprint shows up on the bottom, Brynhild's imprint. So you can kind of click on that back and forth. So this weapon, right now, I'm getting extra attack, 5% attack, and 2% crit. That's good for someone that's doing damage. Damage dealer, you want to increase their attack, you want to increase their crit rate. So those are good stats, because sometimes the RNG can change some of those. And then if you want to look at the imprint on the weapon, you just kind of toggle that by pressing on it. Back and forth. And there you go. I'm going to go into here. So if you notice, I clicked on my name, my avatar, prints the FTP. And if I go down to settings, I'm going to put my graphics on high. I'm going to put ultra quality because I got a newer iPad. And I'm going to use 60 frames per second. So things will look a little bit nicer. And here's like your home page. You can kind of move it around a little bit here. And you got the different things you can do. If you look underneath my icon, plus I'm going to go back to that real quick, you can actually change your profile picture. So I think I want to be a lion. So I save that. And you got the little circle around you. You can change the cosmetics. Plus you can change your in-game. This lion's actually a defender, so I'm going to make that match. But you can be a brawler, disruptor, invoker, slayer, all this different stuff. So they classify the heroes based on some of the things they do. So I customized it. Now if you look beneath there, there's Birth of the Scion. So in the beginning of the game, you can start clicking through these things. So I already forged a weapon. We got that. And we got the imprint from Brynhild. If we go to the next little diamond, now we're actually going to get something by putting the imprint. So here we go. These are whetstones. Going to use that with like weapons, and if you continue to follow that, it's kind of trying to nudge you what they want you to do to teach you how to use the game. Now if we look on our screen here, if you look on the quest area, there's a number 1 over here on quests. So I'm going to go over here, and you have daily, you have tabs, you have weekly, and you have monthly. So daily, we forged a weapon, so we're going to claim that. We're going to get experience for our account. We're going to get 5,000 gold, and then we got 5 rubies. We're going to claim that. There we go. So make sure you get all your goodies. If we come down to the circles kind of in the center at the bottom, we have a calendar. Don't miss out on the calendar. You got daily rewards right here. You see the tab, Daily Calendar. Right here, we're going to get increased XP for 5 days. We're going to level our heroes faster just by using them. That's good. Plus, if we use the tab, we go to Ribbons Chosen. Our beta 1, lasts for 14 days, and you can see here. Now, this is the second day, so I might not get everything, but that's fine. But there are cosmetics you can see you're going to get like on day 5 and day 7 and day 3. I got a reward there. You get an emissary of ribbon. I forget what that is, even if I know. This one's the one you can put around your avatar to customize things. And then over here, the other customization is you got your flare. So those cosmetics you keep forever. The other stuff is just stuff you can use in game for the beta, and then it's going to go bye-bye. So make sure you get your goodies. All right, now there's a 1 up by my name again because I earned some stuff. So I leveled up my account to level 2. My energy cap went up by 1. If I tap, I get a choice of 3. Now these will vary every time you level up these chests. So we'll cycle different ones in and out, and they'll actually change the position of them. So pay attention to what you're doing. You can actually get imprints for weapons. You can get Ribbonite, which you're going to use for weapons. You have to upgrade weapons too to make them more powerful. And then you can get experience. So I want to be able to level up my heroes quickly and not run out of experience. So I'm going to choose experience. And here, if I click on it, it tells me what it is. I got 300 tokens of valor. Those are important because this is one of the things you can use during beta testing that will carry over into early access when the game comes out for real and you don't lose any progression. You can use this currency in a store, and they're going to keep this currency going and that store going as we do different things. So earn those tokens of valor. You get a chunk every time you level up your account. You get 300, so this is good. And then right next to it, we chose the experience chest. We get hero experience, which is the little blue bottles. You're going to need that because you can get experience just by using your hero, but they're going to cap out like at level 10, and then you got to bump them up to like 2 stars, and then they can level up to 20, and then you got to bump them up to 3 stars. So you're going to need this to do those things. Or you can just spend it to turbo them like from level 1 to whatever if you have enough. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go into battle. So the only thing open at the moment is campaign. We start with Avalon. And we have stage 1. I'm going to click on that.
A scion of fate, empowered by destiny.
Morrigan's got to lead us
You
through
are
some
something
story.
unique in the cosmos. I am the Morrigan. I will guide you. The mad Gilgamesh wanders the realms, an ever-present threat to this fragile reality.
So Gilgamesh,
How was this mortal able to shatter the unbreakable?
he's the one who caused this
Find
big
him
mess.
and make him answer for his crimes.
We have to hunt him down.
Of all
now.
the gods in the realms, there is one who would know where Gilgamesh hides. Heimdall the Watcher, whose gaze sees all.
So we got to find
The
Heimdall,
glorious
'cause he
Asgard
sees
is a
everything.
fortress, impossible to conquer, especially with Heimdall at its gates.
So we got to get into Asgard.
There is one, however, who knows secret ways into Asgard.
There's one guy that can
Loki the
get us in.
Deceiver could be an ally. He's been caught by the Knights of Avalon, imprisoned for his mischief. Free him, and no doubt he would share his secrets.
So we got to go free Loki.
But be careful. He is a trickster.
If you know
after
anything
all.
about Loki, he's a bad guy. He's a deceiver, a trickster. We got to go get him. So right here, we're going to tap on our heroes, which show up on the left column. Now the first slot down here in the center of the screen towards the bottom, it shows like a crown and then like a helmet. The crown is the leader slot, so you can get a leader bonus. So Guan Yu, if it pops above him when you get him in that slot, you can see he gets 20% attack for the whole team. You're going to increase your attack by 20% in all battles, because you're going to be doing campaign battles and you're going to be doing dungeon battles. So we just bumped our damage up by 20%. And then of course we want to use everything we got. So we got 2 slots open and we got 2 heroes. And we're going to click the battle over here. It uses 6 energy. And then away we go. And if you look up in the upper right corner, you can change the speed, 1x, 2x, 3x. We'll start with 1, so you can just take a look. And we can change our camera view, POV. I guess I forget the point of view, place of view, I'm not sure. If I click on that, we can go to top view, or we can go to action view, and it will show you different things from different angles as you use that. So right now, if you look on the right column, the pictures of the heroes, whose turn it is Guan Yu. He's at the top. Right beneath him is the Shaolin monk. And then beneath that, you got the guys with the red around them. Those are the enemies. On the left column, you got the avatars of your team, and it kind of shows status, what their health is, whether their turn's coming up or not with the yellow bar. And then the right side around them is your divinity. It's going to increase, and once it fills that circle, you're going to get your ultimate available. So right now I got Guan Yu. I can use his basic, or I can use his core ability. I'm going to save his core for the last wave. So I'm just going to use his basic. Now if you look at the enemies, there's the little arrow on top of their like health bar. And with the girl archer, hers is red. If you look at the guy with the armor and the shield and the big sword, his is yellow. Those are the affinities. So if I get the guy in the yellow, I'll do more damage against him than the one in the red due to matchups. So you got to do some research about affinities. And I did a video if you want to go look that up on my YouTube site. So we're going to hit the guy in yellow because we can do more damage to him. Here comes the basic. I'm leaving it at 1x right now, so you can see what's going on. Now the monk's going to do more damage to the girl archer, but I would rather take out one enemy, so I'm going to take damage from 1 instead of 2. So I'm going to give it a shot and see if I can take out this guy. And I didn't. Owie. Alright. So Guan Yu took some hits. You can see by his green bar. Knight's getting defense up on himself, just to make him harder to kill. But we're going to still take him out. There we go. Now I'm going to speed things up just to save time, so I'm going to go to 3x. And I'm going to still use basics. So we can save time by speeding things up. And then if you pay attention to over their heads, it will show numbers, it will show what's happening, some of the things that are happening, buffs, debuffs, disables, how much damage you do, things that are going on. Alright, first wave down. If you look in the upper left corner, we have a time, how long we've been in this. We have how many turns, sometimes it matters how many turns. Get some stars, that we're going to earn stars to get more goodies. You might have to do things less than 20 turns. And then we got the wave 2 of 3, so we're on the second wave out of 3. So I'm still going to keep using basics, and I'm going to go after the little girl, because she does more damage than the other guy. But good, Guan Yu took him out 1 hit, Monk's going to hit this guy, but Monk isn't as strong as Guan Yu, so. And there we go, we're going to go on the last wave now. So now that we have the last wave, I saved up, their core abilities. Maybe an ultimate will come up too. So Guan Yu, when he uses core, he might just 1-hit all of them. So I select that. I can double tap it, or I can hit the enemy depending on what it does. If it's an AoE and hits everybody, or if it's a single target thing. And here's the core for the monk. He's going to get one enemy twice. He has a chance to put stun. And if they're chaos, he's going to increase the chance of stun. So I'm going to use his core. Just double tap it. And that's it. That's our first victory. See how many stars we get. So over victory, you got stars. We got 3 of them. That's good, because the game's going to count stars. And we got some gold, which is right there. We just earned tokens of valor. If we come back and farm this, it's not going to be 151 every time, so you know that. And I got 4 green summoning stones, mortal ether stones. Got 10 rubies, and I got some armor. You can hit the X to get out of there. And you can just read different stats and so forth. So we're just going to go ahead and cycle to the next
Avalon is
one.
under attack, Gawain. The invaders seek the trickster.
So we got some storyline going on. Merlin's talking to us. Now, right now, the way this works is the camera kind of pans for a few seconds when they're done talking, and then it resets. So it kind of gets smooth, and then it kind of jerks back, and it's smooth and jerks back. If
Loki?
you tap on it, you go to the
Are they
next guy
allies
talking.
from Asgard, Merlin?
No, this is something else. Something I've never seen.
So you can weigh in with Fateless and tell them whether you like this or you don't like it.
I'll rally our
Try to be
forces and guard the
constructive.
deceiver myself.
What can they do better? So we can go to the second battle. And we're gonna go jump into that real quick. So we're gonna go all the way through 10 battles. The 10th one will be a boss battle. So Guan Yu's up. We're gonna use his basic. I'm gonna take out the guy with the sword because he's gonna do more damage. See if the monk can finish him. Good. And as we use them, we're gonna level up and get more powerful. So you gotta choose which heroes you're gonna use as we collect more and more. And then we'll level up kind of per free as you use them in battle. You don't have to pay to get them leveled up per se. I'm just going to keep using my basic and save everything up for the last wave, and then I can just unleash hell on the last wave, which is sometimes the hardest one. But sometimes I mix it up. Sometimes you can get stuck on a first or second wave. But if I can get my foot out of my, I can't talk. Usually, the last wave is the hardest. So here comes the final wave, 3 of 3. So I'm going to start using my cores. You see, Guan Yu's just taking them out, so I don't even get to the ultimate yet. Alright, Monk. Do the little victory thing. So whoever you have in the leader slot is going to do the victory animation. So we just leveled up our account again. And now we have a choice. We can do Ribbonite for weapons, we can do armor, put stuff on our guys, give them some better stats, or we can do experience for leveling them up. So right now I'm torn between armor and experience. I'm going to go with experience again to make sure I don't run out. So far, playing into the game, I always get 300 tokens of valor when I do this, and then the other thing is the chest you choose. Gotta keep
Sir
going.
Tristan, Isolde has asked to meet this new enemy with you.
No, Gawain. It's too dangerous. I dare not risk the fair Isolde.
So if you don't know Tristan and Isolde, they're kind of.
She insists
got
her
this
magic
lover
will
thing
aid
going
you.
on.
I trust her instincts.
Very well. Then I will protect both her and Camelot. I
We're in
swear it.
Avalon. Talking about Arthur and Camelot. Knights and stuff. Alright, here we go. Archer might do more damage, so I'm going to go for her, even though it's not the best affinity matchup. But the monk guy can finish her off now. So at least I'm only taking damage from one enemy instead of two. So it's about as fast as I can go. I'm just manually playing. Now the little fairy girl with the wings will do more damage, so I'm going to go for her first. So you always have a priority target, either a big damage dealer, or they might do a disable or do something crazy, or maybe they'll just heal the team and make it difficult to keep doing damage or take someone out. So you always got to prioritize which enemy you're going to take out. And you might have different reasons for making different choices. Final wave! I was talking, got distracted. I didn't use my core. Good, thank you, man. Took her down. Get him wrong, you. Got a mission complete. Flash up on the left side. It's going to zip out in a second. So things will pop up. So that was stage 3. I'm just going to keep blazing.
Camelot influences Avalon as much as gods. Arthur and his knights protect this realm. The Shattering saw Camelot rebuilt after its fall, but it remains fragile. Empowered by this new reality, Arthur's enemies wait for an opening. But destiny influences other realms, including this one.
Alright. Okay. That dog looking thing, we're going to take him out first, because he's going to do more damage to us. Most of the dogs in the game will like just get on you and start chewing on you and do some damage, so. Okay, we're gonna go with the Jester guy. Take him up first. He's a rare hero. The other guy, I believe, he's either an uncommon or a basic. But he doesn't really do damage. He kind of is like a support guy. Alright, third wave. I might just fart around here and see if we can trigger an ultimate. So I'm using the basic on purpose to see if we can trigger an ultimate. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're gonna do that. Yeah, my Gong is too powerful. Next turn he would have triggered his ultimate. His blue circle's almost full. I tried. Alright, armor, knowledge, or spirit. Knowledge will be for leveling up skills or abilities, same thing. And spirit will be for getting those bumps over the 10, like 10, 20, 30, 40 when you level up your heroes. I'm going to go ahead and do spirits right now. So in Raid Shadow Legends, they nicknamed these guys like chickens. You could use heroes to burn them. But these guys are spirits. You don't have to actually burn a hero. You can use the spirits instead. So that's going to help when I bump them up. So if you look right now on the summary screen, my Guang Yu has a 6 on his picture above the, the yellow star in the lower left corner. And my monk's the same. So they're level 6. When they get to 10, they're going to max out and they won't go any higher. So I have to promote them, per se.
Who are these invaders? Minions of Morgan Le Fay?
My scrying reveals little, Majesty. I sense a great power at work.
I'll gather the round table.
Not yet, sire. Prepare them to guard Camelot, for now.
Alright, here we go. can either go for a Solda, or I can go for Mr. Sword Dude. That's not Tristan. Tristan has a shield. I think that's Mabon? I'm not sure how you pronounce that. I didn't look that one up. I'm not an English fellow, so I don't know all of their lore. So I apologize if I said the name wrong. So I'm gonna go for Sword Dude. Alright, one threat down. Take out the Solda. Use an Invoker. She'll speed things up for the team. She'll do some healing. She can take some debuffs off. Help you out doing stuff like that. Now that's actually, I think that's Tristan. He's got that shield. His shield glows blue and goes up and disperses. It's definitely Tristan, and I think this is Sir Ridgeman who we're fighting. We're gonna see if he's got Tristan first. Yep, he's gonna die before he does anything. Which is good for us. We're not gonna take any damage. She's putting up buffs, but there's no one to buff on her team. Now she's gone. Alright. I'm gonna go with the green girl to take her out first. Oh, this is third wave. There we go. Hey, look. We got ultimates. So on the left column, both guys are in blue flames, which means we can use either one. Getting Discord notifications. Okay. So, Shaolin Monk, his ultimate, is going to smack all enemies, so multiplier of 245% on his attack. And we can do Faith down 1. It's not really going to matter in that stuff. We're just looking for something to kill him. I can one hit them with 1U. He's going to hit 4 random enemies. So she's probably going to get 2 times. I'm going to try out the monk dude. Alright, he didn't do it, but 1U will get the job. There you go. I actually didn't use the monk, because on all my other accounts I played the minigames, so I had other people to put in there. And we earned an uncommon hero, the Druid. Even if you don't want to use him, you can burn him for leveling up later if you need to. So they all have value. So that's good. You get value from whatever you get. Nothing's worthless in this game. So Fateless has done a good job of doing that.
The Fae are fascinated by these invaders, Mother.
The bad guys, you know, Arthurian legend, you should know who Mordred is.
These strange magic dismays them.
I don't trust the Fae. They scheme with outsiders.
That could serve us, my son. We will watch and be patient.
So I'm just gonna, okay, so we got a 3rd slot. We can use that guy. So we're gonna bring him into the mix. More the merrier, right guys? But I will say this. Sometimes you have a good reason, a strategic reason. I'm tired. I'm getting slurry with my words, sorry. But sometimes you don't want to have a full team, especially if they're weak. So if you're trying to get an extra star for like finishing under 20 turns and you got 2 powerful heroes and 1 weakling, you might want to leave the weakling out if you can get the job done for the other guys. Just a heads up. We're going to go ahead and play him. But he's at level 1, so he's not going to be that powerful. And I haven't done any research on him, so we could take a look in a moment here to see what he does. I don't like archers, so that's a personal thing. Alright, new guy. He's going to attack 1 enemy using defense and attack. That's multipliers. And you got a 25% chance to place attack down, so we'll do less damage. And on his core, he's going to protect us. So he's acting like a defender, based on what I'm seeing here. See if we can get him to take her out. Good. Little thwack, thwack. Alright, we're going to go for the Swordman. He's the next damage dealer. Now they're going to do their thing. And we're going to take him out. So he did a little damage, but my monk's kind of a wiener, so he's kind of squishy. But he's gone now. Alright, in between waves, the heroes will heal themselves somewhat, so I don't really have a healer per se, so we don't want to get the health down too low or we're going to get in trouble. So I'm going to take out the fairy girl. She's going to probably do the maximum damage on the boat. Alright, next will be Sir Widman. Ultimates are ready, but I'm going to save them for the last wave. I probably could just one smack them with the core or an ultimate with Guan Yu and take out the next wave of the other. But I'm going to have fun. Alright, let's see if we can get the new guy. Looks like a defender. See if we can get him his ultimate. There it is. We got 3 ultimates ready to go. I'm going to save them for the next wave. Alright. Let's see what this guy does. He's going to put Radiance on my team. Radiance level 1, which is the weakest. So they'll go 1, 2, or 3. And that's going to protect us somewhat. It'll reduce some of the damage and reflect some of it. So we're going to go ahead and do that for funsies so you can see what he does. So he didn't do any damage, but he put a buff on our guys. And if you look next to their avatars, you can see the little symbol with a 1. So it's 1 turn. So they all have Radiance on them now. So we're going to go ahead and smack him down. Guan Yu might one hit everybody. Nope. So that's his AoE attack. But I'm going to go ahead and just finish him with his ult. See, this time we didn't get 3 stars if you're paying attention, which means when you go back, you can go look at the conditions. We can do that right now. We're going to use the map button. I earned, if you look at all the stages, I have 3 stars on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and stage 6. I missed one.
The Fae are
so we can actually use the skip in the upper right corner to get to the dialogue. And the requirements over on the right kind of column, where you put your heroes in, those stars are a little info thing. So I get 1 star for clearing the stage. I get 2 stars for doing it under 20 turns. And if I have a strength hero, and I did all of the conditions, I get 3 stars. Now the good news is, you can get the 1 star, but the next time you fight, you don't have to meet that requirement for that star. So know that. So what I could do is get it done in 20 turns without a strength hero, come back later, which I'll have to spend some energy by the way. And then I could put a strength hero in there and get the other one and take more than 20 turns. So there's different ways of coming at it, but that's a nice little tip for you to know. So I'll come back later to do that. So we get out of this. We're just going to do stage 7 now.
Loki's presence here troubles me.
There's Loki.
Especially since he's focused on the Fae.
He's doing something with the
Fae. The Seelie have powerful lords of their own.
Which is like
they
the
mean
fairies.
To shape Avalon to their whims. Loki schemes with them, but to what end? The capricious Fae are dangerous.
If you notice, he's got this ring around his neck.
If we didn't
like
need the trickster, it would have been better to avoid him.
I think it's like a magical inhibitor. Kind of neutralizes the superpowers kind of a thing. Alright, so we're going to use the 3 guys we got. Deer Antler Man. He's up to level 2. My other guys are 8. This is stage 7. I haven't really done anything to put gear on them or whatever, other than what the tutorial had me do. Alright, we're going to try to take out the fairy. She's probably the biggest damage dealer, based on what I've seen. So at least I didn't like what she does. So, I mean, you do how you want to do it, which is fine. So here's a glitch for you. He put Vanish on himself and turned himself invisible. I'm not supposed to be able to directly target him, but I discovered earlier there's an error in the beta, so we should report these errors as we find them. You know, go fill out those reports. Let's be good people to help out Fateless make a better game. You're not supposed to be able to directly target people under Vanish. Now, if you do an area of attack, he's going to get hit by collateral damage, but I'm not supposed to be able to directly smack him. But I did, he's not dead. So I'm sure that'll get fixed in the future. We're still just using our basics. If you just tap on the enemy, it uses the basic. save you some time. Click, tap, whatever you're using. Alright, who do I want? Tristan and the Soul get synergies with each other, so if I want to break them up, that might not be bad. The guy in the armor is a defensive guy, and his first thing is he's just going to put defense on himself. So I can either try to take out a Solda or take out Tristan. I'm going to go for a Solda. So he won't be healing up the team and whatnot. So if you got one in on you, to increase the turn meter and got the defense up, I'm going to take her out. Hopefully in a second. Let's see, Tristan won't put a shield on her. Let's see if Monkey G can get him. Nope, he's too weak. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I got my ults already. That's a positive. Bye, Solda. Alright, Tristan will be next. We just have to hope we don't take enough damage. I don't think there's any issue there. Gonna keep using my basics. You just never know. Gonna be safe than sorry. Okay, he's gonna go here. You get him leveled up, you probably would have taken him up. Plus, we can put armor on him, we can put weapons on him, we can ascend them. There's different things we can do to increase the power of our guys. Alright, Guan Yu. Gonna use his core, see if he can one-hit him. Boom. Took one out. Did a lot of damage to the others. Alright. We're gonna use Monkey Man here. Does the job using his ult. Alright, 2 stars on that one.
I may need your great sorcery,
Here's
Brand the Blessed.
The power of the Black Cauldron demands a great price.
I love that nice deep voice.
I hope it doesn't come to that, but we may have no choice.
I dream of the Morrigan Merlin. You do as well. We shouldn't interfere.
Our world will be forever changed. That frightens me.
Merlin's worried. Alright. I'm gonna take down the archer. Out the trickster next, even though I'm not supposed to be able to. But because I can, now we got a defender to deal with. So defenders aren't usually known for doing much damage. Their job is to try to keep their buddies alive, make them last longer. Alright, archer time. Alright, it's good. I'm gonna take out this. Maybe he's a defender. I haven't memorized all the kits. I've gone through a lot of stuff. And I didn't go through every single one. So I don't know all of them. Just being honest. I don't have all the time in the world. So I gotta do other things. Alright, last wave. Be able to use anything and everything. Alright. Radiance. Just for fun. Monk. I'm gonna do something. Hit. I'm gonna use this 4 and probably finish. Alright, we leveled up our count. Alright. Do we want to go for summoning or armor? I'm still into summoning, so I'm going to go Aether Stones. Aether Stones. Ooh, I got purple. Oh yeah! That's good. Good, 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 good. Show you what those are in a second. Alright, we're going to go to Sanctum. Use the Sanctum button in the lower left corner. I'm going to go ahead and claim this right now. Hey, this is good. More summoning. Got a quest. See what they're gonna give me. Got some money, got some experience. I'm going to show you something down here. No, actually, I'm going to do this first. Bazaar is where we spend our gold. They didn't really point us to that. This is good. Some people, especially Simon, showed us box of mysteries. You don't want to spend all your gold, but let's see what we get. We're going to spend 120k, and this shows us the stuff that we could get. And I got one 3-star spirit. I'm going to go ahead and spend 50 grand. And I got odds. I can get 2 green, 1 blue, or 1 yellow. The yellow ones are out. Those are got the greatest odds of getting a legendary hero. And we just got a couple of purples, and we'll show you what that is in a minute. So we're going to do this. I got 2 green, got the lowest. If we're starting out, I'm going to zap some stones. And I'm going to stop now. If you go to the store, this is important. So I'm recommended, we got a daily gift. There's tabs above Lady Zoc here. Make sure you pay attention to that. So come get your freebies. There's a daily freebie. Got a stone, I got some energy refill. Weekly gift. I got a better stone, a blue one, and 1 energy refill. I'm going to claim that. And if you choose to do this, you can get some imprints. And if you like the small print, you're only going to get them from Tian and Azuma, which is like Japan and China. And you're going to get 5. They guarantee at least 1 legendary. You could get more if you get the RNG. 2 epics or better. 2 rares or better. Alright? So they're showing you in the picture, you know, the worst case scenario. But it's going to cost you 500 rubies to do it. I'm not going to do it at the moment. Maybe later, I don't know. Okay, now we're in the ruby shop itself. I'm going to go ahead and burn a bunch of rubies just for pulls. I'm not going to do it all the time, but in the beginning, I'm going to need heroes. I'm going to need them for different reasons, so we can double check. Daily, weekly, not getting that. There is a calendar, but we're now under 14 days. That'd take a big chunk of rubies, which I don't even have that many. And you can get gold every day. And if you miss out on that last day, you miss out on 3 million gold. So that's just something you should have got the first day. So I'm gonna get out of here. I got more goodies I can use for summoning. I don't have any red dots anywhere getting my attention, so here we go to the Godforge. So, if you look at the top of the screen, I got 27 green, I got 31 blue, and I got 2 purple. If you go on the left column, it tells you what they are. The mortal, we can look at our drop rates. Right now, it doesn't show you anything on flawless. I've seen that before. It comes and goes, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But mortal, you can see your drop rates. The worst stone, you're going to end up with a red, green, or blue hero. Eternal, if you go down, are like the purple hourglass thing. Those are the guys that are difficult to get. So they're not so common, okay? That's why I was excited to get 2 purple ether stones. So, we're going to do some pulls. We're going to start with the lowest one. We're just going to do 10 pulls. We even have a little microcosm of a chance to even pull a legendary hero. If you get an epic, you're doing good. If you get a Lego, wow, you won the lottery. Alright, then you got the ancestral. You can see the odds go up to where you're not going to get a common or uncommon. You're guaranteed at least a rare. And the odds go up. And the eternal is the same odds as the ancestral, but we're going for that eternal. Eternal heroes are hard to get, so I'm excited. Okay, here we go. 10 pull on the mortals. Nice animation. I like this. It's fun. Alright. Now you can't expect to win the lottery, but if you do, you can get super excited. So I got a whole bunch of comments and I got a couple of uncommons. So nothing to write home about, but they all have a purpose. They all have value, so it's not just worthless. Know that. Alright, next 10 pull. Ooh, if you get lightning, that means you got a rare or higher. So I pulled a rare hero, which is the blue background, and if you were paying attention, you got a lightning bolt. If you click on her, in the showcase here, you get a few camera angles coming at her, and this is Nefertiti, part of the Egyptians, which we call the Aru realm. And we can just do a little bit of peek-see at her. You can see the different lighting, the different colors, the different details. You can look at the background. You can even see fire and smoke. You can kind of zoom in a little bit, in and out. And you can read up on her later. So, got her rare. Not bad. Okay, we're going to Ancestral. We're only doing 10 pulls. There we go. But we're getting minimum rares. Best case scenario, legendary. Alright, looking for epics and legendaries. Minimum rares, and rares are decent. Rares are decent. So we got multiple Nefertiti's, which is a positive. So, and we got an extra copy of Guan Yu, which is really good. We got another starter hero, Lady Zoc. Blue might not be too bad. I'm using him. Alright, we got 2 more 10 pulls on the blues here. Looking for an epic, looking for a Lego. But it's all going to be good. I'll use it all, one way or another. Ooh, epic, Inerta. Another epic or Lego, please. Alright, go take a look-see at Inerta. So I even fulfilled the mission. I pulled an epic. So he's a defender. Big old like hammer of his, part of the Ecker faction. Alright, one more temple. Here we go. More epics. Get a Lego. Ooh! Oh, it's probably for Chinese. I lived in China. My Chinese sucks, but at least I get closer to saying the names than an average white American like me. Let's go take a look at who he. He's an archer. But that doesn't really mean much when it comes to classifications. So if you look, he's actually a strength hero. If you want to look at the affinities, he's very important. He's actually a defender. Defend people, part of the order, and Tian, which is the Chinese. Take a little look at him. Look at all that color, look at the light, the shading, the shadows, all the little intricacies. And then they got their little idol animation. Archers like to spin the bearer. Arrows! Man, I can't talk to them. Alright, that's done. Now, this is the first time I've made a pull for an Eternal. I've been working on 3 different accounts. Put in like a whole day's worth of work. The first time I got any of these purple stones. Here we go. Here's hoping. I'm pulling both of them. And by the way, echo fragments. As you pull certain things, you're going to earn fragments that you can use. Once you hit a certain threshold, you get so many, you can actually go get a free like legendary hero or a copy of something you got, which is nice. Okay? Alright, here we go. What do we get for an Eternal? There we go. This guy's a boss killer. Sigurd is rare. So he's not the best boss killer, but he sure beats nothing. So Sigurd, the rare Eternal. Got that nice long skinny sword with big old muscly legs. And there you go, the Eternal. So these guys, if you look at the like little circles, some people do triangles. The Eternals are in the center. So there's no negative or positive matchups. If you look at the bottom. So you got a 10% chance for strong hit, which increases damage by 30%. So you can do more damage when you're strong hit. And you can never weak hit. And if you go look at all the details, strong hits, weak hits, this is what the affinity matchups do for you. So it's important to know that stuff. One more summon, guys. Come on, I want an epic at least, please. You're gonna get purple fragments flying in the air. Blows up the stone. Look at that. We got our little jester. Pagane, as I believe how you say his name, the Jester Knight. He was an alpha. People sure liked his imprint in alpha, I'll tell you that. Alright, so we do have a couple of Eternals now. And my game crashed. Hey, look, we got stuff for being in the game. So if you stay in up to 2 hours a day, you can actually earn a whole set of goodies. And it resets every 24 hours during reset. So I can go ahead and just claim stuff for now. If I keep playing, I played for 1 hour. If I get for another hour, get some more goodies. We can look at Birth of the Scion. We want to promote a rare hero to rank 2. That will come. Quests. I got 3 quests I've met. I've used 5 ether stones. I'm going to claim that. And keep bumping our account up. I used 40 ether stones. Get more money, more account experience. Oh, these are good. I summoned an epic, and I get alchemy stones, which we're going to use for ascending, which is good. More goodies. Now I actually bumped up my account level. So, since my game crashed, I lost the sound. It'll come back when we go back into a battle. But iOS, on my iPad, it crashes every so often. But they'll get that sorted out later when they optimize everything. So I go for armor, I go for Rivenite, or I go for experience. This time I'm going for armor. I need some more. So it's RNG, which you're going to get. Best thing I got was level 3. I got a couple blues, a couple greens. The color will have to do with how many substats you'll get. And then the level, the numbers, you can go higher with better stats. And so we got another one, so we're going to get another chest. So I can go for summoning or I can go for promoting heroes, which are spirits. I'm actually going to go for ether stones again. Maybe we'll get super lucky. No way! That's crazy! 2 in a row! Whoa! Wow. Wow, wow, wow. More wow. Hey, I'm not waiting for that. I'm too excited. I'm like a kid at Christmas. But since my game crashed, I got to remember, I got to go back in and put my settings. Graphics at high. Ultra quality upscaler. FPS is at 60. So we want to make it look a little bit better for you guys. So it looks a little bit more polished and nicer. So we're going to go burn those at 2 eternal stones. I don't think you get any better odds for doing 10 pulls. Some games do that, but I haven't read anything that shows me otherwise. So I'm just going to pull these suckers. I can't wait. Come on. Epic. We're legendary, please. Okay. Hey, look at that. Hey, people get excited about this guy. I know Simon's videos, he was using Orpheus here. And his counterpart, he put the 2 together. I think it's real DC. No, it's not. I'm mixing it. I'm tired. I'm sleep deprived. I've been playing too much. I haven't slept well. But he's in Olympus. He's got a lover. Off the top of my head, I forget. But to the matchup, they get synergy bonuses. And they do some pretty cool animations too. So we can take a look at them real quick. But if we get his girlfriend, I'd be happy. Or his wife, I forget the lore. I looked it up at one point. But I'm trying. Oh, look at that, I got Dagonet, I got a second Dagonet, so I can actually awaken him. Awakening level 1, I got 2 of them now. Or I could turn him into an imprint. Options, options, options. Decisions to make. And you know what? We got some more green mortal ether stones. So we're going to do another 10 pulls. There we go. See if we hit the lottery and get a Lego. I'd be happy with an epic. The rares would be good. The odds are not in your favor here, guys. So you're expected to get a lot of commons and a few uncommons. So that's kind of like right there, the odds. But we can turn them into food, use them for different stuff. Sometimes you might have game requirements where you got to use lower level guys. So I hold on to at least a few copies of everybody. Just in case, you never know. Alright. I'm going to take a look at my heroes real quick. Look at that. Instead of 3 guys, we got all kinds of options. Whoa. Okay. I'm going to show you something. Guan Yu. Yeah, I love Guan Yu under the starters. He's my favorite. And we're going to go over to Awakening. So, if you click on Awakening 1, now the other ones show padlocks, but the one's got the Roman numeral 1. And if I get him Awakening 1, if you read this, his outgoing damage multiplier goes up by 5%. And I got 2 copies. I'm going to select one of the portraits, I'm going to confirm, I'm going to burn Guan Yu and get him an Awakening 1. I'm about to sacrifice him. Don't screw up. Yes, I want to do this. Something coming. Pow. So, we'll go back. Now, you got a Roman numeral 1 on his portrait in the upper right corner. He's having fun. At this point in the game, it doesn't really matter that much. But I will get some leveling up accomplished. So we could fart around.
Forgive me for recalling you, Percival, but
needed.
you are needed.
The rebels are almost routed, Gawain. Surely there are others.
Kind of funny how he's looking up and he's kind of all scrunched up.
You've seen the magic of the Grail. Merlin senses that power here.
Maybe if you were wearing a tin can, you'd do the same.
The Grail. I see. I'll face this foe and learn what I can.
It's kind of funny if you look at his weapon. On the top, it kind of looks like a goblet, like a grail. Okay, we're going to get rid of the wieners. Bring in more power for people. I don't really want the resistance up leader bonus. I'll play with him. And then I got my healer. So we're going to fart around with these guys. Maybe I can take stage 10 with a couple low levels. Maybe. Guan Yu's pretty good, so we'll kind of fart around and see what we can do here. I'm going to see if I can smack on the soul bearer. Ooh, she strong hit, so she does a little bit of damage. She's not in there for doing damage. Keeping people alive. So we didn't kill anybody. Now if they were higher, we probably would. Well, the Milan people showed up. Sorry, guys. I'll be gone in a second. Talk about bad timing. Yeah, Solda's dead. Alright, I'm gonna take out Tristan. Looks like my healer needs healing. How ironic, huh? Oh, smacking on. Well, at least they shared the love. Healing, please. Yeah, this is gonna suck. I can't at least get this level down. Oh, my healer's just about gone. This is gonna be interesting. What is her ultimate do? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just do it now. See if I can keep her alive. Brought her back from the edge. Come on, Guan Yu, we need you, man. Look at this guy, he's not too powerful enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save Guan Yu's power, and then I'm gonna take this guy out. He got an ether burn on him, so next time he goes, he's gonna hit the bad. But Guan Yu took him out. Alright, that worked. I can only keep my healer alive for the last wave at least. Okay, we're gonna take out the biggest damage dealer, which is, I believe, Percival, what's his name. She's still hurting. I'm gonna go ahead and just bring the heal in. Alright, a little bit of... Okay, now, random, we can do a taunt. He's a new hero, so I'm learning with you. We put barrier on himself. He's already got some barrier. I'm gonna see if I can do this, just for fun. Well, I got a taunt. Bomb. But what sucks is I didn't really do much damage to him. He's still alive. So I'm gonna get black. Threw the stun out. She had a stun momentarily. Now she's gone. Alright, we gotta take this guy out. Partner. Alright, there we go. I'm sharing the love, so. My healer's still alive. She's still in the game. I'm worried about him. Alright. We got this. We're gonna make it to the final wave at least. If we're gonna lose anybody there, we'll find out, but at least we'll get there. But my healer is gonna be half dead. But Guan Yu's got all of his stuff, so I think we're good. He's not bringing much to the party, but we're going to go ahead and ult these guys. One down. Do a little damage. He's done. All we got is Brand left. What's up, Brand? He's gonna get torched. We got Drain and then the house left. We're in trouble, man. Bye-bye. We might hear it pick it up now. There we go. Got 2 stars out of it. And my level 1 guys are now level 3. Just for funsies, let's see if we can
I
take
failed
out
you
the...
both. Forgive me.
I think we got the boss.
You fought bravely, Tristan. Nothing
Oh,
more
like
could be
Tristan
asked.
and Isolde.
Lady Isolde's right. We've never faced a foe like this.
Why fight to keep Loki? Hand him over and be done with him.
Until we know more about these invaders, we dare not risk that.
Alright, this is level 10. We have a boss. Gonna give it a shot. If I can get this guy to stop blowing stuff everywhere. Hopefully he'll just go away now. Alright, we're gonna try to take out the support character. But yeah, I don't have a lot of damage dealers. I might have to rethink Mr. Defender bringing a damage guy. But if I get these guys up, it won't be as bad. It's still low level. But it's hard being patient. Well, I got one guy doing it. Alright, Tristan. Time for you to take some damage. Don't do too much damage to my people, please. Alright. I'm gonna bring some more in. Alright, bye. Nothing new. Not really too concerned about those guys so much. We'll get our ults. I'm so weak. I've earned all my ultimates in wave 1 and you can't kill anybody costumes. Yeah, you're not gonna win the 20 turn requirement with this one. But I am getting experience. Alright, do I want the dog or do I want the fairy? Both of them are going to whack me. I'm going to pick up the dog. There's not a good fitting matchup on that one. Oh, we lucked out. He's dead. God. Yeah, she's smacking my butt. Smack her back. Oh man, I didn't kill the fairy princess. Ah, more healing. Get it out, dude. Alright, one you. You stink. There we go. See, that's why it's good to have a good affinity matchup. Alright, boss time. Definitely not getting 3 stars on this. There's Loki. I like that. The guy does that smack. Right in the face. In the camera, I love that. Good job, Fateless. Whoever pulled that one off.
I don't know what you are, but I know why you've come.
So, in Godforge,
I won't allow you to stain Camelot's honor further.
when you get a boss, they make them bigger.
But should I fail, know you're a fool to free the trickster. You will regret it.
So Gawain's a little bit taller than the rest of the team, and my guys. So that means he's a boss. So right now we're sitting on ultimates. So right now my healer gets to go, and then their Tristan's gonna go. I mean the turn meter's kind of showing them twice. I don't know if they're gonna take 2 turns. Or no wait. Yeah, okay, that's the boss and Tristan. My bad. I didn't look close enough. I'm not used to any of these new. So I could go for a heal. I don't have any debuffs, so I'm gonna wait for that. With him, you can smack everybody, place ether burn for a chance. With his boss, attack down 2. I like that idea. We got an ultimate in. So we got 2 of them. Got the ether burn on them, which is good. We're gonna use Guang Yu's ultimate. So we can use all the ultimates now. Right now, my healer's holding the turn. If I use a basic or a core, it turns gone, but I can burn my ultimates before me, so I can get a little extra things in first. So I got the boss down to half, which I like. Let's see what she's gonna do for me. Radiance, lowest HP. Let's see if she puts it on herself. What do I want? Let's really go for the boss. If you take out the boss, you win. I need to take out the minion. Nice. It's got like a barrier or shield. Okay. 3 random enemies pump. I like that. Okay, Guan Yu is going to use his core, which is powerful. I like that. I don't have anything but a basic now. I'm just going to keep working on the boss. Look how much damage she did on the boss. He's got that thing. Open up. Come on, Guan Yu. Just smack. That's why I like Guan Yu. Extra damage on the boss, boys. And Loki took his little collar off. Now he gets all that power in his chest. And I was like, hey, look at me. I'm an Asgardian god.
Who are you? And what are you?
Yeah, Loki's kind of a pansy. He got the pink and the weakling voice.
There is a taste of the primal about you. Utterly delicious. You seek the one who shattered reality and brought us all here. What fun! Heimdall, the all-seeing, may be able to find him. I know a secret way into Asgard. I will whisper it to you. But be warned, Heimdall will know you are coming. Perhaps he'll be similarly intrigued. He would be a fool not to be. You and I will speak again. Oh, yes. Fascinating.
Fascinating, baby. Mission complete. We got through stage 10 in the story, the campaign. And we got us an Isolde. She's guaranteed right here. You're always going to get her. And Isolde's pretty good. If you don't have better, use her. She's got that speed lead for, I think, everything. Campaign battles, my bad. Can't use her in the dungeon speed, but you can use her in campaign to get 15% speed increase. And then she does some other neat stuff. So if you don't have anyone better, use her. If you have better, fine. And we got a weapon with an imprint. It's Gawain's imprint. And we even got another, I would consider a chicken. So we got 1 star on that. Let's go check out the Sanctum. Now we unlock dungeons. I'm not going to go in there yet. Right now, we got missions. We got a little star down on the missions at the bottom in the center. We're going to go get some goodies. Going to get some energy. Going to get some gold. So the next thing they want us to do is equip a Slayer with 6 pieces of Slayer armor. I'll show you that real quick. So, don't have anything else staring at me. So let's go to the heroes. Let's look at Guan Yu. We'll go to the gear thing over on the right. There's a little arc with the circles. And he has no armor whatsoever. We've got that weapon we put on him in the tutorial. Slayer. This is part of the Slayer. If you look at the little icon in in the black part, the bottom half, it says Slayer. If you get 2 pieces, you get a 10% attack bonus. So, what do we want? This one gives us defense. It has like no subsets. The blue has 2 subsets, and I increase my crit chance. Definitely better for someone doing damage. You want to do crit. If you look all the way over to the right, under Guan Yu and his stats, you can see what it's going to do. It's going to increase his crit by 2%. So we're going to that. Let's look at our pauldrons. This one, until you level it up, you don't get the substats, by the way. But they show you what they're going to be, and then it's RNG how much they go up. Just so you know, I can increase hit points with that, I can increase defense with that, I can get defense with that. Lower levels, you want the straight numbers. Higher levels, you want the percentages. We're going with just the hit points. Make them a little bit more beefy. Increases survivability. And what we're doing is we're trying to get everything with the Slayer on him, so don't put anything else on him until at least we get the requirement and use the chain that we want. We get some hit points up. That would be defense. That would be defense. That would be resistance. I'm just going to put that on there for fun. None of them's really pressing per se. We're doing Slayer right now, so I get his accuracy up, which is good. You want to have some accuracy. His accuracy is at 19 now. If his accuracy is lower than the enemy, he doesn't put any debuffs or disables, just in general. But he does have the debuff, that drain. You want to land that drain, so you need your accuracy up on this guy. Okay, boots. Got any speed? Oh, these are pants. You get speed on pants too. How about leggings, pants, whatever they are. Legs of the Slayer. I can get my hit points up. I get my attack up, get my defense up. He's the Slayer, I'm going with more attack. No brainer on that one. Okay, both are Slayers. See if we get any speed. Ooh, yeah, you want speed for a main stat. I can go with attack, but I'm gonna go with some speed. And mission complete. We equipped the Slayer hero with 6 pieces of the Slayer set, which is armor. So, let's go see what goodies we got. The game's trying to nudge you to go do things and learn things. So it's always a good idea to follow the nudges. It doesn't matter what game you're playing. The developers are trying to educate you and get you to learn the game. That's always a good idea. So let's get our 20 grand gold. Next thing would be claim 40 stars in the story campaign. If you had enough time, you could do all these things and go get yourself the Meridian. All right, nothing shooting at us right now. So let's go quick look at the dungeon. So here are the dungeons. You got 4 ascension dungeons. If you look at the bottom, underneath the purple bad guys, the bosses, you're going to see gold. You're going to see tokens of valor, and you're going to see alchemy stones. Now you got to match up the right color with the hero you want to ascend. Okay? When we go over, we have a couple armor dungeons and we have a weapons dungeon. You can't do those yet until you go through the story, the campaign, and you got to go through Barrage level 10. You got to beat the boss on Barrage stage 10, and then you get those unlocked. I am going to point something out with Ascension. You want to earn these stones. Let's go to the heroes, look at Ascension. So, go on you. Here we are. This is good. He's level 10 now. If we go down the Ascension thing on the right, curve, the arc, ascend, you can see, on the left vertical column, it's not letting me do anything. I'm pressing on it, it's not showing me. But if you can get him to level 1 Ascension, you're not only going to get a requirement met, get some goodies, but you're going to unlock his passive, which is going to make him more powerful. And I'm going to give you a tip here. I'm going to show you something. Right now, if you look over under like the little red helmet, kind of over towards the center, a little bit right, middle of the screen, you got these little stars on the bottom arc. And everything's locked except for one, because he's only 1 star. If you get him to 2 star, it's going to lock the next one. I'm going to show you something too. You're going to need to know. So we're going to promote him. So if you go underneath the stats, you see the promote. And this is where we can get him to 2 stars so he can start leveling up past 10. If you go over like rank 1 to rank 2 on the right column upper thing, and you come down, you're going to see the little helmet slot. You see the red exclamation. You're going to have to burn a spirit or a hero, and you can see which ones will work. They actually locked the epics in case you screw up and choose them. Don't burn any high-level guys unless you really got a good reason to do it. So we're going to burn some commons, and you can see some of them we have multiples, like this doggy guy from Egypt. Okay, so we're going to burn him. He's in there. And now if we do promote, it's going to cost 150 gold because he's already maxed. He's sitting on 10. Now if he was level 1, we're going to take him all the way to a different thing. It's going to cost you more gold, and it's going to cost you this, the blue bottle stuff. But he was ready to go. It didn't cost any blue stuff. You got the goodie. You got him to 2 stars. Now, this is one thing I wanted to show you. Ascension shows up in different places, and you can go directly from here. Now, Now we can see we got 2 stars. But I would consider this a bug. It defaults to the 2nd level. And it's trying to say, hey, you need this many of these things, which are harder to get. Click on the 1st level star, and then you see it correspond in the left column, and now the requirements to get in there are less. You don't need as many things. You can see how it changes. I need 15 for level 2, but I'm not even ready for that. I gotta do level 1 first. I only need 6 for that. So, big tip there. Fateless, I'm sure one day will fix that. I'm sure someone's going to report it. I will, if no one else does. So, know that. Let's go see our goodies. So, we promoted a rare hero on Birth of the Scion. We can get some Rivenite. 150 raw Rivenite. Now, because it's kind of like, you kind of have like serial and parallel. You kind of have to do everything in order. Even though I completed 2 things at the end, I got to fill in the black diamonds along the way to unlock and get the goodies over there. So we're going to get this one done. There we go. Look at that. I just got 6 of these guys. That's good. So now I have to ascend a hero, get that energy, and then I can go grab the other stuff. I'm going to show you this. You want one of these yellow, flawless ether stones, or gold. I guess they're gold. Yellow, gold, tomato, I don't care. Whatever. So we're going to go ascend on you. I think they just gave us what we needed. Kind of nice for him to do that. But remember, see, it's defaulting to level 2. It messes you up. Click to level 1. Now we're ready to go. We got the 6 stones right there. And we got 15,000 gold. That's why you don't spend all your gold in the store. Save some for other stuff. And look, we just ascended him to level 1, and we unlocked his passive. So now, when he puts drain on someone, because he's a drain guy, this is important, so make sure you keep the accuracy up on this guy, so he can land those drains. So, you get 20% increased damage to enemies under drain. Yay! He just became more powerful. Now, let's go get our goodie. Look, we just got 250 energy. Now we can go claim this, which is a rare Echo of Awakening. We can use that to awaken heroes instead of heroes themselves. So they do give you some additional things, so you don't have to actually always burn a hero. There's some options if you get them, which is nice. And then look at this. Looky, looky, we want these. Flawless Ether Stones. First one you do, guaranteed legendary hero. It's going to be RNG. You don't know which one you're going to get. But we're going to go look right now, and let's see what we pull, guys. Looking across the top, we got 2 greenies, 1 blue, 0 purple, and we got the flawless. If you look at the red, on the left column, guaranteed legendary. What are we going to get, guys? I hope we get something good. Here we go. Who we gonna get? Oh, Jaime the Slimy! Some people would be screaming right now. There are a lot of Jaime fans out there. If you don't know who Heimdall is, he's one of the best defenders in the game. He does a lot of stuff for you. I did use him in the alpha a few times. He is powerful, I'll give him that. But he's not my favorite. I have other legendaries I would rather have, but I'm not going to complain about having Jaime the Slimy. Alright? He does some good stuff. I'm going to just go over that real quick. He's good enough. So his leadership bonus, should you need it, 30% defense. That's only in dungeon. Now on his basic, he's going to do some damage using his defense and attack stats. And he transfers a random debuff from himself to the target. So, like the switcheroo, if he transfers Blaze, Ether Burn, or Acid, he's going to activate the debuff. So right off the bat, he's going to start doing damage. That enemy takes a turn. Watchmaster on his core, he puts Retaliate on the whole team for 2 turns. This is why people get excited about him. He used to be the only guy that does this. But there's someone else who does it now, so it's not as rare. But it's good. Intercept means he's going to take the damage, he's going to step in, and you're going to hit Jaime instead of someone else. And then he's going to smack everybody and do some damage. On his ult, he puts defense up 2 on all allies for 2 turns, which is going to decrease the damage you take. He's going to put shield, 300% defense on all allies. So he's good at keeping people alive, and retaliate can be pretty darn strong too. And then he's going to put protect 2. So you better keep a lot of stuff on him, and you better have someone on the team to heal him up, because he's going to be absorbing a lot of damage. Okay? And if you put Asgardians on the team with him, you can't take the buffs off. Okay? And also his passive, don't forget. So any ally under a buff has a 50% chance to reflect any debuff received. So if the enemy tries to curse your butt, you can throw it right back and put it on them. So there you go. We got a Jaime the Slimy. So yeah, I'm gonna switch out my defender. Or I could just try to play weenie heroes for a challenge. We'll see. We summoned a Lego. We get some goodies. Gonna help level up our account. Got a chunk of gold. And then these things. We're gonna go look at that real quickly. This is important. You gotta know. A lot of stuff to know, guys. A lot of different ways to improve your hero and make them more powerful. Tome of knowledge. As in like books. As in like scrolls. As in like your abilities, your skills. We're gonna go take a looky. Now, big tip here. Your starter rare. He's so powerful, he's like an epic. But the cost to upgrade him are a lot lower than the cost for, leveling up or upgrading epic skills, epic things. There's like, they put so many different things, like whether it's awakenings, ascensions, the gear, the weapon, and you can level up your skills, your abilities. So the costs are much lower for the rare. So let's go look at his abilities. At the bottom, we got an upgrade. Don't miss this. So at the bottom, you see these little scrolls. You can turn pages into scrolls. We don't have enough yet. We'll earn some, and then we can start farming for some at some point. But can't do it yet. But you can look at all this different stuff to get it up. You just earn its home up here. But know this, these are RNG. Okay? You upgrade, you don't know which one it's going to hit. So if you want to upgrade everything he's got, 6 plus 4 is 10, that makes 16. You're going to need 16 scrolls to get them all. But it's worth doing this on your starter. Unless you got a whole bunch of other guys, you're never going to use a starter hero. But value. It's economic. Okay. And we'll go ahead and get rid of any. He's leveled up to 8. Get rid of any more things. So I can go for knowledge, getting up those abilities, and go for armor and go for revenant. I'm going to go for knowledge just to show you. I just got 160 pages. And if we go back, perfect timing, and we go look at those abilities, and we upgrade, now we got 160 pages up at the top, we can convert those. I can take all those pages and turn them into 4 scrolls. Nice that Fateless does this for us. So nothing's worthless. That's awesome. Anything you get has value. So right now, we're going to go ahead and just burn these. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do it because it's worth doing. It's actually going to cost me 180 grand in gold. So, keep your gold around for other things, guys. And we're going to RNG. And we can pray and hope. This is the one I really want. I want that. I want the cooldown on the core. You have to get to level 6 for that. Take it down to 3 turns. What happens more often. Damage is nice, but the effect chance for the drain goes to 100% if you get all of these. So I'm gonna hope and pray that they all they all land on the core. Now, by luck, they'll probably all go on the basic. So we'll find out. Here we go. RNG time. Hey, 2 and 2. That's not bad. I got 2 on the ult. I just went 10% increased damage on the ult. And now I got 5% increased damage on the core. and 10% effect chance. So that 80% chance to play Strain 2 is now 90%. And if you get to level 4, it's 100. Know these things. It's important. Become more powerful. Okay. We spent a lot of time. We went through a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. This is Cranky Korinsky, signing out.